Wait,
You.
and we're live. Welcome to the OUYACast, episode 54, recorded on March 29th, 2015. This is your weekly source for the latest news, games, and hacks for Ouyans everywhere. I'm Brandon from OuyaCentral.tv.
And I'm Steve from OUYABrew.com. Thank you guys for joining us for number 54. We're on our way, man. We're almost at number 55 and then number 60 and 100 and something. I don't know.
Yeah, we got plenty more to come where this one came from.
And next week will be the last episode of the OUYA. No.
All right, so yes, as you can see, we're on an Exami Mi Box Enhanced, and this is their home screen. So we're gonna show you guys some Ouya games that are officially out on this gaming device with Ouya everywhere. So that's cool. But first, without further ado, let's get into those Ouya deals this week. What's on sale?
Yeah, that's right. Best part of the show, man. I want to hear where I could save some money.
Save some monies. So what's the first game? Tina's Toy Factory is on 50% off until when is it? Uh, I think it's like the 30th or 31st. I don't know. I'm supposed to know these things. I'm the one that does its deals this week, and I can't even tell you when it finishes. So yeah, there's Tina's Tiny Toys, Tina's Toy Factory.
That's a whole different game you're talking about, man.
that's coming. That's coming to the Ouya soon. Yeah, so it's on sale until March 31st for $2.50. And also,
In other news, OUYA just introduced an X rating.
well, they do have a new rating system now. After in their newsletter, didn't they announce something like that? We talked about last week.
Yeah, more strict guidelines.
And then there's Never Ending Nightmares, that's 50% off on Ouya for until the 30th, which is tomorrow. You can pick that up for $7.50. And that game there is one of the Ouya Everywhere games. You can actually play this on Exami Mi Box Enhanced. So that's cool. No other sales this week, but you still got that bundle from Team 2-Bit. Get Fist Puncher and Reagan Gorbachev for $9.99. I don't think that one has like an end date. I think that might be a permanent bundle, so that's cool. 2 games for the price of 1. And yeah.
And yeah,
Mhm.
why not? So let me ask you something. How much are these boxes that you have obtained?
I have obtained 1 box, and I think I bought it on Amazon. And it didn't come from China. I
Oh
think
yeah, where'd it come from?
uh, I can't even remember. I got bad memory. Let me see my orders. It came maybe from New York, I'm thinking, or
So from the
California.
U.S.
Yeah, it was, yeah, from the U.S.
Okay.
Um, how much did I pay? I only paid $110, and I don't know if shipping was included. Let me see. No, shipping was included. So I paid $116. It was 110, and then it was 650 for shipping.
So without getting too in depth on this, since this is about the Ouya and not about the Mi box, but let me ask you: is this a fairly decent system from what you've seen? Do you have like a lot of cool apps and TV shows and all that you can watch on there?
Um, I haven't really tried out any of that. When I first got it, I tried it. I just messed around trying to change the simplified Chinese to English, so I can read it. So I didn't have to use my app on my phone to translate it for me. But yeah, it's pretty neat. It comes with like a remote control that's almost similar to the Fire TV almost. It looks. I haven't really messed with the Fire TV controller, remote control, but it looks similar, I guess, in the shape. Um, so I mean, it has Android on it, so you can actually install. They have alternative markets that you can put on there. There's like this. There's a home, like a home screen here, which can show you what games and music you have. So I guess it
That's
downloads
pretty cool.
these apps, music apps and stuff.
We got some chat on our YouTube stream. Eldon was asking if it can switch to English interface, and I think the top there, the movies and TV, games and apps, that is your where you switched it from simplified Chinese to English. But then when you see stuff in the bottom where it's scrolling through Chinese, that's because it's probably pulling from a feed. If I would guess, and that feed is obviously probably based in China, which is why you're seeing, simplified Chinese there because it doesn't really translate for you anything that's not hard coded.
Right. And under like here the settings, like these are all in Chinese, and like even under general settings, you can't change the what is it? There's like no language in this general settings, so you actually have to install an alternative launcher or like sideload another app, which what I used was there's these two
Looks like
here.
Windows 8.
There's this XH Home for TV. So that's this one here that I showed you a little while ago. Under these settings here, you can go and it pulls up the standard Android settings. So then you can
Mm.
just scroll down here to the language settings, which I don't know. I'm probably going way ahead of myself for you out there.
I forget. There's quite a few, obviously, launchers that you can get out there, and even for the Ouya, one that worked was Google TV. They have their own launcher, and I bet you that would work pretty good for this. Now, I don't know if there's a game section, but I would imagine that there is.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys that shortly
I mean, on the Google launcher, sorry.
on the.
Like
Yep.
if you were to switch to the Google television launcher,
Mhm.
I'm just saying, I wonder if there's a game section on the Google TV launcher that you can access Ouya games from.
Right.
But who
Um.
knows?
Yeah. I don't know. But so yeah, so that's the standard Android settings there. So like you can set this as a launcher, or you can just use their home screen as a launcher. So this shows like over here. Let me. I'm I'm going too fast for everybody. I don't know if the I guess the audio and video is like probably this. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we're about a minute ahead of everybody, so everybody's comments are going to be about a minute late.
Oh,
Just keep on doing it, man. It's all good.
okay. um. So yeah. So like when you download an app, it shows up here. So you can see Cannibal HD and has the Ouya logo. And there's Never Ending Nightmares, Battle High 2, and Knight Riders. Um, so over here, under the games section, it shows you all of their featured categories, and then My Games, which I don't have. I guess you have to log into your Exami account. And so if I go here to featured, click on this one here, it shows it shows three of the available Ouya games here in this featured section, which I'm not too sure what that says, but let me see if I can. It probably says featured. I'm gonna see what this says.
And while you're doing that, let me assure everybody. Looks like we got 11 watchers on the live stream right now. For those of you who are coming from the Ouya forum and you're curious whether or not you won the Super Indie Carts giveaway, we will be doing that a little bit later on in the podcast. I've got everybody's name all loaded up in my big super spinny wheel, and we're going to do that a little bit later, so just stick with us. We appreciate you guys entering. We have everybody's name, and super special shout out to Riding Spectre for compiling all that for me because it just feeds into my laziness. So thank you for enabling me. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So yeah, so that says this week's featured, and so you got Cannibal HD, Knight Rider, and Battle High 2. So we click on this Cannibal HD, gives you some screenshots, some details, and it's developed by Ouya Inc., which they're probably just more of a publisher than anything.
Tozio, wants you to put the Flappy theme on. Do they have a Flappy theme?
They don't have a Flappy theme, but they have this Flappy Bird game here, which shouldn't
Oh,
be.
well,
And I can
never
actually
mind that.
this game actually supports this controller that I'm using to navigate their menu. So you can, I don't know if you can tell, like each game has like indicator. So like the Cannibal HD and Knight Rider has like the Ouya logo plus on the right side they have like a controller, so it has controller support. And then these other games have the remote control logo or icon, I guess. So they support this remote control.
Oh, okay. So it's either one controller or the other. It's not.
Like a
You
gamepad
can't just
control.
have you.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
So then there's
So this is, it's kind of funny because when we started talking about this, I just got done saying we won't go too in depth into this, but this really is something that's kind of interesting to look at because we've been talking about Ouya everywhere and Ouya moving to China, and I mean this has been something that we've discussed in great detail, and it's really cool to see this actually firsthand, and what it looks like to the Chinese market, and obviously as developers get on board with porting their games over under the new standards onto Ouya and start getting these games over to more devices, you're going to see this library here fill up, I'm sure. Let's just check the game count real quick. Let's just do that. Ooh,
1,000
yeah.tv.
1,097 games.
All I wanted was like 15 seconds to shine, okay? Why do you got to take that away from me?
Come on, man. You're supposed to do that before the show.
God, man.
Tell you, come on, you gotta be prepared.
Yeah. Okay.
Like we were today.
Exactly.
One thing I want.
So yeah,
Go ahead.
you got that many games, on the Ouya. If you take half of that, you're gonna see a 500, 600 game library show up on this. So I think that's pretty cool. Seeing how the other side of the world gets their Ouya games, if not directly from an Ouya, obviously.
Right. And it's pretty neat too because it actually shows some stats there up top. There's this Knight Rider has had 6,171 downloads. That's probably more downloads than it probably received on the Ouya.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's, really and truly, all joking aside, if you're a developer, this is the train you want to get on, man. Get going on, these meat boxes, anything from Exami or whatever, Ouya wants to push out as far as the China market goes, because exactly right. If you have 12, and okay, let me just back up. I'm getting ahead of myself. Look at the game stick, okay? Obviously a gigantic failure, but when you have one of 12 games to choose from, you're going to have a bunch of downloads, which translates into a lot more sales. The Ouya is terrific, but as time progresses and you get more games on there, obviously it gets harder and harder to compete because you're now looking at, competition from 1,100 other titles. So, absolutely can't stress that enough. If you guys are developing brand new games, make sure that you know what the compatibility requirements are and get them over to the meat box and things like that, because that's where your money's going to be, no doubt.
Right. Sounds good. I was gonna mention too. Like, I mean, look at this Cannibal HD got 47,936 downloads.
Well, that's just an awesome game. That's all that is.
So let's show you guys. I have my Ouya controller hooked up, and it wants you to log into your Me account, which I don't have a Me account. So what I do is I hit the back button here. Get me out of here. You're canceling login. Please log into your Me account first. Okay, whatever. All right. So I have actually it gives you those 5 credits, like the free trial on the Ouya, and so I have 1 credit left. So let me show you guys playing this game on the Exami Me box with my Ouya controller, and it works. Yay! And I'm just jumping from roof to roof. Alright, and oh, okay, I almost thought I was about to die. Cannibal HD. Yep. And yeah, game over for me. So that is the limited free version, and if I wanted to upgrade, I'm trying to see if I can. It's probably because I'm not logged into my Me account, which don't have one. It won't.
Is there a reason you can't get one? And also, before I get into this, if you guys hear buzzing in the background, I'm sorry, that's not me. I don't know. Somebody turned on like some kind of generator or huge AC system or something in the background.
I really can't tell.
Oh, good.
But
it also gives me free reign to pass gas now that you told me you couldn't hear it. So.
Oh, I can hear that. Now, so your Me account, if you log in, you actually have to, for some reason, let me see. You have to sign in or go to create, and if you create, you actually have to have a mainland China mobile number. There's no way of changing the area code, because I guess you put that number in, you get a verification code, and I guess that's how they link your account with your phone number.
Get to put in a credit card, or just have to have a Chinese phone number?
Probably, it says right there, Chinese mobile number. So I'm probably assuming they maybe just can bill your carrier, I guess, maybe. Kind of like if you purchase apps on a mobile device.
Well, I know for a fact there are websites that you can get a free mobile number, like a burner number.
Yeah, I was trying that.
And I bet you could probably get a Chinese number there.
Yeah, I might try that.
I mean, yeah, I guess somebody could find out which service you are using and like reset your password or something stupid like that. But as long as you want to link a credit card to it, I would say go for it, man.
Yeah, I was
paying $120 for that, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna try that out and see. But let's see. Go back. So let me show you. So then the categories, then they have like new releases here. And up top, the most recent one is Battle High 2. So let's open that up.
So I saw the update come through on my Gmail account saying Battle High 2 was updated. Do you think this is specifically what the update was for? Was just to be compatible with the Mi box?
They had a tweet that they recently had an update, and it said it had to do with the Ouya everywhere on the Exami. And I'm trying to think what else. I think it might have had something else. Am I tweeting out in Spanish?
Are you?
Looks like it.
How did that happen?
I have no idea.
Let's see here.
I don't know if that's Spanish.
It's Portuguese. It says I started cast in Portuguese.
Thanks, Tozio.
We all know who did that.
Let's see my favorites, and is this tweet? Yeah, I think because it said something, and everywhere. Because once you update, it actually has to update on, all the devices, because Ouya wants you to have experience the same experience on whatever console you're on. So if you're on a Ouya, if you're on a Mojo, if you're on a Mi box, they want to make sure it's just universal. So that's cool. It's saying press any button. Okay, and earlier it wasn't working for some reason. So looks like I'm gonna play, but now it wants me to log into my Mi account. I have to get a Mi account.
Thing there's
arrow.
While you're doing that, we didn't mention I think last week, but there was an update available for Age of Zombies as well. Do you happen to know what that was for?
No, I don't. Oops.
Let me see if I can find out because I wanted to talk about it. I love that game, but I don't know what the update was for.
All right. So the buttons are kind of weird. The D-pad pauses the game if you hit the right D-pad. Share at me. Let me see if I can. Not. Okay. O kicks. Kick. Wait, it's not.
Oh, you said your D-pad.
Yeah, the right D-pad pauses and unpauses it.
That seem how are you supposed to move?
Jump up and down, and the A punches
Okay.
and U kicks and O kicks. Corner. He's not getting out. Yes, KO. I won. I was about to die.
Nice.
So earlier I tried this and it
So,
wasn't, but I'm glad it's working now. Still a few different little, like the Ouya button doesn't work on the controller. It's not supposed to, since it's not an Ouya. But I don't know of any. Well, like, and then they want me to log in. Go ahead and
oh, of
what were you
course
gonna
they
say?
do. Well, we got some questions on the side. I was going to scroll back up, and I guess we'll just answer them in reverse order. So Eldon wants to know if the store is exactly the same or just has the same look and feel for the games. From what I can tell, it looks like it's just the games, right? The store itself is a bit of a different
The
interface.
Yeah, the store is pretty much their store and everything's all together. You just I guess when a new game comes out, it's just gonna show up in the list and it have the Ouya logo, so you can distinguish which ones are the Ouya ones. They might eventually probably have like here in featured there'll be like maybe like the Ouya like a Ouya picture. I don't know if you guys remember that concept picture that they came out with. It says Ouya, and then it probably if you click on that, it'll give you everything within that within Ouya. Under here under categories, if you go here to controllers, it shows all the games that have controller support, which all of the Ouya games have controller support. So there's Neverending Nightmare there, and Battle High 2, Knight Rider, and then Cannibal HD is probably down here at the bottom somewhere. Should be, but
And did I see Minecraft on there as well?
uh, that you did. I I got that from somewhere else. It's not,
Sideload, does it work with the controller on here?
I haven't tried it, and
Ah,
I really I don't know if I want to try it. I know I do. That's why I downloaded it. But I actually got it from I got it from this market here. It's I guess I don't even know how to say that, but yeah. And I went here to games, and then I went here to gamepad, and they have Super Mario. They have tons of I guess it's almost like that what's that one mobile market. So they has
yeah.
it just pulls all these games that have controller or gamepad support. So I downloaded it, and I plan on trying. You know what? Let's see if it works. Why not? I'm using an Ouya
Yeah,
controller,
we
so
got.
it's Ouya related.
There you go.
So it's gonna have this
After this, we'll do our drawing. That way, people who are holding on, waiting to see if they win,
So if you
we'll
can
do
read
that.
simplified Chinese, it tells you all your buttons, and it's highlighted for to go to continue to the game. So I already know what that means. So here I am on Ah, and the controller is working. Maybe.
Oh, no way.
No, let's see. I'm using the O button. It's not work. It's not working. Let's see.
Uh,
A, B. No. And maybe if I have another like a Xbox controller, it might work. Because I'm pressing O, it's not working, and the touchpad does. But I actually have a mouse and keyboard hooked up to this. So actually, let's see if the mouse and keyboard. No, that. You. What? What just happened? Oh. Okay. I think I'm blinking on me. Okay. Yeah, it's not working. Which I would.
would be the first.
What I might download this on the Ouya and see if it works on there. You never know.
Heck yeah.
And then there's also this Need for Speed game on there I haven't tried out either, which I might try out later. Okay. So don't we have like a giveaway?
We do. So last week we mentioned that we had a copy, or rather a code for Super Indie Carts with a K. In case anybody was wondering, you know, developed by One Legged Seagull, and this is probably going to be one of the. Well, I don't want to say it. That's taking it. I don't want to be personal with anybody. It is one of the more polished games, one of the coolest games that we've seen in a while. There are definitely other games. I didn't want to allude to to the contrary, but this is something you definitely want to have in your Ouya library. So we got a total of. Let's see if I can just count them real quick. If I can get my counting skills on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. 24 people who entered at ouyaforum.com, and we will be picking our winner the way that I always pick the winners, which is a website called wheeldecide.com, WHEEL decide.com. And all I do is I put in all the names that entered. Again, a big thank you to Writing Spectre for compiling the list for me. So all I had to do was copy her list, plop them in the Wheel Decide wheel of awesomeness, and we'll let her rip and see who wins. I set it on a 45-second spin just to make it a little more dramatic, at least for me. So I know you guys can't see it,
Drum roll.
but I'm going to click it right now. Here you go. I'm very excited. And click. Here, I don't know if you can hear it. I'm going to put my headphones up.
Yeah, we hear it.
There you go. So that's the wheel spinning. It's still going. And it's starting to slow down a little bit. A little more. Oh boy. Super excited here. I swear to God, if it's no. Who's it gonna be? Okay. No, I would give it to. It stopped. It stopped. We have a winner. Oh my God! It passed the winner. It went to the next one.
Wait, how did it
Okay.
pass?
Well, it was on this it was on this one name. I'm not gonna say who it is because I'll probably be upset that they were so close to winning. But it was on this one name, and it just crept and just crept and crept, and it landed on a completely different name at the very end.
Yep. That's like Wheel of Fortune.
What's funny is the name that it picked as our winner. There's a question mark by the name, so I don't even know who this person's name is. Old Kid Live Gen is the winner, and I'm gonna see where their post is. I'm gonna try to find them. Old Kid Live Gen, where are they at? Where are they at? This is gonna be like
They're not on page 1.
Yeah, let's go. We might have to roll again if they don't
All
have
right.
an actual
They're on
post.
post 4. It says they're replying to a comment. It says, "I'm sorry
Oh.
to hear that, as I think your game would be very more popular, even more popular and addictive with online mode." Hmm.
Did that count as an entry?
I guess that's why she put a question mark. Maybe here.
Hmm.
Let's
I don't know.
see.
Let's get some
Let's see. I
let's get
compile.
some weigh in.
Let's see. I will also add this to the original post. I guess my dog and I are down for some kart racing.
Oh, did he say he was down for kart racing?
No, this is somebody else's question, comment.
Uh,
Let me see. Adding you to the list is showtime, folks. Make sure you enter if you want a chance to win. Hmm.
what do you think? What do you think? Should we re-roll, because I don't know if that really counted for an entry. I mean, he wasn't really saying he wanted to be entered. He was just replying to Master Shafe.
Yeah, that's a one-legged seagull. Um. Let me see. Is that his only post? Cause like maybe it's the only one I found. So yeah, I think that's why she put a question mark.
I see.
Cause is there another question mark next to anybody else's name? No.
At one point, she put a question mark on another post next to tuba. I don't know why.
Where is
Maybe
Let's see. Let's check Tuba's post and see what he
we
said.
might have a re-roll here, everybody. Just give us a second. We got to see this. We got to
Yeah, we want to make sure this is legit. See Tuba. Yeah, see Tuba was just replying to a comment.
see. I'm gonna make a judgment call here, and people can hate me, and that's fine. But I think that unless you actually, and maybe I should have been clear on the rules, just by posting probably wasn't a good enough. What did I say? That by simply commenting below. So I guess I did say just by commenting, but it really, I don't know. Replies isn't a comment. Replies are replies.
Hmm. What does writing have to say? Where's the kill switch? Where's everybody?
Come on, kill switch rioting. Weigh in on this, man. Or the people listening to the show live and have uh, a vested interest in winning a copy. What do you guys think? Well, wait. This time I'll re-roll as a mage. That's some wizardry stuff there, man.
Huh. I said
Dungeons,
we're
Dragons.
announcing the winner. What's is anybody in the comments?
Well, I really don't know. I mean, I think that
Yeah, they can hate us all they want. Reroll.
yeah, because I mean, really, your comment, you have to leave a comment. You don't have to leave a reply, because replies aren't comments; they're just replies to, you're going into a conversation essentially. So we're gonna do it one more time. Here we go. Another 45-second, and hopefully it doesn't land on tuba, so I don't have to do it again.
Sorry, Tuba.
It's rolling. It's rolling. Here we go. I'm just staring at the wheel of spinning.
Who
I just hear clicking.
who did she add at the last two? Was it Sitting and Wizard?
Yeah, they're on there, I think.
Well, because I know she said that she was gonna add them. Let me see.
Okay, just passed up old kid live Jen. Who's it gonna be? Oh, oh. It was so close to being Tozil. Okay, I think we have a legitimate winner.
Yeah, because
G
she was adding those Sitting Fox and the Warzard to the list. Okay.
All
So who's
right.
our winner?
I have an actual winner. I'm gonna find out before I even say it. I'm gonna find out what he said and what page he's on, just so that we don't do this again. There we go. Okay, so our winner on page 2 is G Master, who says looks as good as Mario Kart. congratulations. G Master and Mr. Brandon will be sending you a direct uh, message with your redemption code. Thank you, everybody who participated in the Super Indie Carts giveaway. And as we tell everybody, if you want your game to be included in a giveaway or mentioned or whatever, and you have a code to give, by all means, please contact one of us. And we'll do this every week. I love giving away free Ouya games, and I love having people be involved like this. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I think we got I think Rosie was gonna hook us up with some codes or a code. So maybe we can do that giveaway and announce the winner next week. We'll have to talk to Rosie and see what he says.
Looks like we made the right decision. It said, looks like Foppy Games just commented, I think Old Kid Live Gen is a backer and got a code for the game for the beta, so I think you made the right decision.
Thanks. We try.
Well, I feel validated.
Read terms and conditions before entering a contest.
Hey, man, we don't do this for a living, all right?
All right.
I'm going to put G Master wins. Ouya Central will PM you with the code. Gotta have a lot of exclamation points on there because, makes it more exciting, dynamic. It's very cool.
All right. I see Eldon had a question about the fighting game. I'm not too sure if that. Let me see. Can I load that game up on Ouya? He was asking if the fighting game I was playing, the Battle High 2, when you press that Ouya button, does anything happen besides taking you to the Ouya menu when you double press it? So let's go over here and try that out. I'm actually playing. I actually have my Ouya and the Mi Box hooked up, and I actually have an update for Battle High 2 that it's got to download first before I can try it. Hopefully that doesn't lag out or take up too much bandwidth while we're talking. That is one loud keyboard. Yes.
And my random interjection, I was just thinking about this. Actually, I was thinking about Ouya and their crowdfunding and how they raised money. And then I just wanted to mention that I'm wondering Super Troopers 2 has enough funding to start filming. Thank you.
You backed it on Kickstarter?
It's actually an Indiegogo campaign, but no, I was going to, and then I look and it's like less than 24 hours later they had more money than they even asked, to
So yeah, there's no
be
point
funded. So
because there's no point.
I'll see the movie.
All right. Speaking of Kickstarter, I just tweeted out to this developer asking him if this game is still coming to Ouya. Let me make sure I get this correct. I want to make sure
I saw that. I know what you.
Let's see. I was asking if Super UB Land is still heading to Ouya. They were kickstarted back in 2012, I believe, and they're by Notion Games at Notion Games LLC on Twitter. They released on PC, or I don't think they released on PC. I think they got greenlit on Steam, and they might have like early access on Steam. But I think there's like a few few makers of the game on Kickstarter are asking them like when's the game releasing and stuff. So the game actually came out yet. Or I think the Wii U, because I think they were trying to port it over to Wii U. And I think there's a few, not that many happy backers for that game that were, I guess, backed it for the Wii U port. Um, let me see. Where is it? So I guess I think it is available on PC and Mac if you purchase it directly from them. And I don't know why I don't have their Kickstarter up, but on their Kickstarter page they said they were coming to Ouya, that they backed it and they got the developer kit back when the developer development kit came out, which was like in what, 2012, right? Or 2013, or 2013 when it actually
Yeah, something like
officially.
that.
Yeah, so it came out like the developers got it back in 2012. Um, so yeah, there's a playable demo on their website, but like on their Kickstarter, they said they were coming to Ouya. They talked to Julie and everything. They said that was interesting because I don't think, well, not that many people get to talk to her. Right, Kill Switch.
Yeah, yeah,
um,
we know.
um, so
Speaking
yeah,
of actually getting to talk to her, if I can, oh, go ahead.
go ahead. You're good.
Well, I was gonna say I don't know if you read this or not, but she did an interview um, with I think it's what's this website, founderdating.com, when they basically they I think they just talk to like entrepreneurs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see this where and I'll read the headline, but basically the headline of the article is um, what's the headline? It says crowdfunding pitfalls and why cash is king in hardware. Did you get a chance to read that article yet?
No, not yet.
So basically, they were asking Julie about the Ouya and Kickstarter and all that, which she said, and I did not know this, and obviously is involved in the Ouya as I try to be. They said that they did not actually approach Kickstarter at first. They were going to try to sell Ouya, the idea of Ouya, to venture capitalists and see how it went there, and basically it didn't seem to really take. So that was kind of an interesting thing. I thought that they pretty much came straight out, asking for the funding from Kickstarter. Apparently not.
Hmm.
But and I'm not going to go over this whole entire thing, but there were at the very bottom of this article, there were two questions. It says, "What are the two biggest pieces of advice you would give to hardware entrepreneurs?" And obviously, the first is cash is king. It's really important to understand the life cycle of cash. When you need to purchase the components to build your product, or I'm sorry, when do you need to purchase the components to build your product? When does your product get to be manufactured? How long does it take to get packaged? How long does it take to get to the United States? How long does it take to be sold on Amazon? When will you get the money? So how long between when you start paying for components and when you can collect money from your customers? Because if the timeline is 90 days, it's very different than if the timeline is 120 days and will be significantly impacted on your forecast. Getting the timeline right is the most important than just knowing individual costs. The second thing that she says is the biggest piece of advice to give hardware entrepreneurs is do not underprice your hardware product. And what she says about this is a lot of us feel that there is a sweet spot in the market where there is $99 or $199. I've seen it happen again and again. We even underpriced at first, but margins are so thin that if the smallest thing goes wrong, we would suffer. In fact, I see a ton of Kickstarter campaigns where they say $99 today and $149 when it goes live versus the other way around. Price can always be brought down. It's very difficult. If you market too low, you can get into a lot of trouble. The third thing is forecasting, scale, and grow slowly, which that I didn't really the third thing, but so that's kind of interesting that she says that, and I bring it up for this reason because specifically the second point where she says it's very tough to bring price up because the Ouya is $99. if she does, eventually do you come out with the Ouya 2 and they price it, let's say, at 149 or 199 or something like that, we've talked about that in the past. How tough is that going to be to adapt to as a consumer, uh, versus the other way around when, the Ouya came out, if it was 150 bucks and then the Ouya 2 comes out and it's 99. I mean, obviously it's a little bit easier of a pill to swallow. So
Hmm.
I don't know, something to think about. And you can read uh, this full interview here. It's founderdating.com, and then it's slash Julie dash Erman dash Ouya dash on dash crowdfunding. Very long URL there, but Julie Erman Ouya on crowdfunding with dashes in between each word. Pretty interesting read. I mean, I don't know, kind of sheds some light on a lot of things that we've talked about a lot over the OUYACast and the course of it.
Right. Of course, of the what?
Just the course, of our OUYACast and things we've talked about relating to the Ouya and the hardware and the Ouya 2 and why don't they do this and why don't they do that? It's a pretty interesting read. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, send me the link later so I can put it in the description below.
I'm not going to do that. I will send it to you right now. Right now.
On Skype.
Done.
Got it.
Yep.
All right.
It's all done. It's good.
Awesome. I'll post that.
It is awesome. You should post that.
I'm gonna post it down here. So if you guys want,
Is and raising the price. Yeah, if you try to raise the price on something, yeah, it is tough. I mean, but I think what she's trying to say, at least in that interview, and there's the planes again, which apparently this is the time when they take off. You can hear it now. But if you try to raise the price on hardware after the fact, it is going to be a tough pill to swallow. It really will be. But like me personally, and this is just me, but if they came out tomorrow and said, "Hey, we got the Ouya 2, it's $199. However, you've got a T1 chip on it, you've got 32 gigs of internal storage." I mean, that's totally worth it. So it depends. It's so up in the air because it depends on what they're trying to sell you at what price point.
right. Well, we'll see.
It's funny because Jetman UK just said Ouya 2 to cost 199 then. UK price 149. Australia price 599. Because apparently everything costs triple in Australia.
Ouya should just open the market
And rant is over.
to
I
their
feel
hardware. It's easy enough to assemble. Let me buy the board and case myself, and just give me the OS I can install. It's kind of like the
right.
Raspberry Pi almost. You can
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
you buy I guess all the little parts, and then you can put whatever operating system on it you want.
Yeah, that would be kind of interesting, like a bare bones Ouya.
Like
Like you get a controller and a board.
a la carte. you you
Yeah.
build your own. I think there was like a post on the Ouya forums about that. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. All you guys out there in the Ouya land.
That's right. Well, I'm officially stating that my rant is over. I just wanted to kind of bring attention to that particular post because I think it's a good read, and I will let you either lead us on or lead us out. So it's up to you.
Um, I guess that's okay. One last thing I wanted to mention. Um, what was it? Oh, yeah, the Broken Age. Act 2 is coming out in April 28th. So that's next about a month from now, and that's a free update for those of you that have Act 1. So that's cool. Um, yeah, and then when was it? I think it was like Thursday night. I was live streaming on Twitch. I did a little bit of Super Indie
Nude
Cards.
modeling.
No, Super
What?
Super Indie Cards.
Okay.
Wild Season beta, and I did a little bit of pinball before that. I was trying to enter that contest, but I wasn't even getting up there in the millions yet, so I had no chance of entering that contest. But I gave it a try, and then when I did the Wild Season beta, Jared he popped in and he said that it's a long intro, and it sure was a long intro. And then by the time I got past the intro, it crashed on me. Not one time, but
Oh no.
not one time, but three times. I tried, I tried to get as far as I could without it crashing on me, and it every time it did. And like, there's no save, so I actually had to do everything all over again, all three times. So yeah, there's that. And the developers are actually retweeted me, and then they actually like Ouya is live streaming our game right now, and then the kill switch was like, no, that's not Ouya, that's Ouya Central. But
Hey, why not?
yeah, it was pretty cool. And they are working on uh saves for that game. Um, I did like a feedback on their website to let them know that where it crashed at me, or where it crashed when I was playing, to help them out. Maybe they can figure what's causing the crashes and stuff. And then they're also working on the saves. If you're a backer of that game, they're working on getting you guys some codes for if you back that game. So that's coming soon. Um, so yeah, so they're gonna let me know whenever they do the next update, and let me know what they fixed. And so I might try to live stream that again. It was pretty cool. It reminded me of Pierre Solar a little bit, but
Mm.
it was the graphics were pretty cool, and I kind of liked it. It has a good story mode. I mean, a good storyline to it. And it allows you, like with Pierre Solar, it kind of like just throw you in there and don't give you any direction on what to do. I don't know if you
Yeah.
had, if I don't, you say I don't know if you had that same experience as I did, but
Mm.
with Wild Season, it actually like you're actually supposed to follow the mayor to the next part, and if you try going anywhere besides that, he's gonna like, hey, you're supposed to come over here. So he is. I like how they direct you on where you need to go and stuff. So it's cool. So
You make me sick as a gamer. What?
why is that?
That is what games have become, man. Hey, press this button. Now press that button.
Well, let's
You
get
should be able to figure it out, man. Come on.
at least get me started in the right direction. And then like
Oh, okay.
all I
That's
want,
fair enough.
all I wanted to do was just work up my garden. I wanted to plant some vegetables
Is
and
that all?
yeah. I
You had to
was,
play what was that? What's that game? God, what is it? Harvest Moon. That's what you should play that game. That's a good planting vegetable game.
what's the other one? Farmville.
Yeah, there you go.
um,
Oh my God! Before I forget, because I know we're like really running out of time now.
okay.
But uh, speaking of game streaming, we talked about this before the show. Batman: Arkham Asylum, totally available on Playcast right now. You can go get yourself a subscription for $8 a month, and you can play that game, and it's awesome.
Wait, you sure it's Arkham Asylum?
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm like
Mm,
90% sure.
no, I'm looking at the tweet right now. It's Batman Arkham City Game
Oh,
of the Year
Arkham City. Sorry.
Game of the Year
Man,
edition. So
I
you
was
never
gonna say
know.
'cause Arkham Asylum, yeah. But still, go get that. $8 a month, man. For those, you get like, was it like 20 games on the Playcast for
Mhm.
streaming right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arkham
And
City.
and they're
Oh, still.
they're updating it, every once in a while. So at least if you're playing some games, it'll be updated for you to play whatever else comes out new. I think there's what.
Hmm.
And see, the strange thing about it is there's like, it's limited to the first 300 subscribers. So get in there before they're
I
all
don't
gone.
know if, yeah, see, they said that, but that was a while back. I wonder if they just haven't reached 300 subscribers yet, or if they just said that to get some sales. I don't know.
Well, at the same time, I think they're just still trying. They're probably still trying to test it out, make sure their servers can handle it. So they probably don't want to exceed that 300 subscribers.
Yeah.
But it's been in beta for a while too. But I think it's out of beta. I think they probably did test it out, and I know when they finally um like released that there was some connection issues, because I've tried it before and I had no problem, and then I know recent updates I've tried it and it said that it wasn't supported in my region, and I think they
Mm.
recently updated that too, so everybody can get access to it. So go ahead and try
Heck
that
yeah,
out.
man. I remember we had to fool it with Wi-Fi to Ethernet conversion boxes,
Yeah.
or I guess power to Ethernet, not Wi-Fi.
Yeah. When we try to trick it.
It
Yeah.
works. Hey.
Oh yeah. Um. Yeah. So what was it? Oh, and before we end this, next week we have the developers of Full Blast coming on the show, and I don't know where are they from. I think they're from the Philip. No, they're not from the Philippines. They are from. Hmm. Do I know? No, I don't. Because I know the other developers from of a Wild Season are from the Philippines. Let me see. So the developers of Full Blast is UFO Crash Games, and they are from Spain. So we have them on the show next week, and they recently had some updates, and they posted something about, while we wait for the update of Full Blast on Ouya, we think on the first sale, we think it's about time. So hopefully by the next week we can or maybe they can give us some details on when that sale is coming. So if you guys have any questions about that game, just leave them questions down below so we can ask them next week, or come on the show live with us and we can ask them live with you. So that's it
Heck
for.
yeah, man. So it's all about.
Oh yeah. So that's it
Oh,
for.
what? One more quick thing before we go. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but
No
I
problem.
just I just saw that One-Legged Seagull Games just entered the chat. So before we sign off, I wanted to, of course, extend another thank you to them for
Woohoo!
providing a code so that our listeners and Uyins have the opportunity to play this awesome game, and we really appreciate it, guys.
All right. So yep. Thank you everybody for joining us. We'll see you guys next week, same time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. You can follow us on Twitter at Ouya Central TV and at Ouya Brew. You know where to find us. Until next time.
Yep.
Booyah.
Bye.